guys, it's Mrs. Grant again with Daisy and Alex, and I have a helper today filming me because this nature nugget was a little hard to do myself. So today we're in our stream exploring, and the thing I want to share with you today is about erosion. Erosion is what happens when, in this case, water moves the soil and moves the rocks and the sand down the stream. And sometimes that happens on our riverbank too. And so when we're thinking about how we move our rocks around, we want to do that to support our riverbank so that like our big tree doesn't fall over because the roots can get exposed. And we want to do it also to create fun areas in our streams to explore as well. So my helper will come over here with me. I want to show you what happens to our riverbed during times where we have extra water in the stream. Springtime, the snow melts and there's more water. There's more water coming off the mountain, sometimes big storms. And when my stream gets really full, it washes away little bits of soil and sand and rocks, and it exposes the roots every single time. So we always have to be mindful of that. But it doesn't go away forever. That sand, that sediment, those rocks, that dirt, it gets left somewhere or deposited somewhere as well. So places like right here, where naturally the river wants to go this way, it's the easiest path. But sometimes when the river is high, it moved the rocks and the sands down here to leave a pile. And the cool thing about water is that the more water there is and the faster the water moves, the bigger particles or pieces of soil and sand it can move. So when the river's going really wild, we might see some bigger rocks get tumbled through. But mostly we see that dust and silt or very, very, very fine particles of sand and soil get moved around daily. So we're gonna go up the stream a little bit, and I'm gonna show you this cool area we found that shows a very small scale river. So follow us. And as we look in the river, you can see pools and parts of the river that have had sandy areas, some that are rocky. So over here in this area, it's off of our main river. We're facing our forest, and the forest is full of water too. Water comes down the forest and it seeps through the ground. And when that happens, that's called a natural spring water. And right here what we're noticing is there's small amounts of moving water coming out of the forest, out of the land, and it's coming down to meet the water. That's where it wants to go. And in this case, if Daisy kind of riles up and moves around some things up here, small particles start to come down the stream, and I'm standing on a sandbank that was created because the river got big at other times and left sand here over and over and over again. But what's happening now is that the natural stream coming off of the land is cutting or eroding an area out of this stream bed, and very, very, very fine particles of sand are being pushed away, enough to show you this little mini stream. But where the water slows down, it doesn't move them anymore and it leaves them there. So you have kind of this shelf of sand that gets left here. So we find that pretty interesting because on a big scale, that's how you get little side streams. There's a really interesting phenomenon called an oxbow lake, that where maybe on the side of a stream you'll get these little mini zones, and sometimes they get cut off from the stream over time and you get large lakes. There are oxbow lakes in Massachusetts that were created off of the Connecticut River because of this. The river got big, it eroded the side of the land, and it filled up with water enough, but if it doesn't do it all the time, it's going to block itself off. So erosion is pretty important. It brings nutrients from the forest into the stream, and it feeds the insects that grow in the stream and turn into flying insects. And it also could mean that it's bringing in pollution into your streams too. So if this wasn't an area that was woods with nothing else there, if it was maybe your neighbor dumping something into their land, or a business, when water comes from the land into the stream and erodes and it brings all those nasty things, that can cause problems for your stream as well. So it's our little nature nugget for today. We hope you guys get outside. It's not supposed to rain today. It's just going to be cloudy. So get outside and observe, write down your observations, draw your pictures, and we'll visit with you again tomorrow. Have a great day.